Yo, it's about fucking time it works. And I'm pretty sure this video is going to get flagged already because I dropped an F-bomb in the first 30 seconds. It is your boy Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider. I don't think I've used that one in a while, but whatever, I'm a little frustrated. It's another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast where I'll be discussing everything nerdy that has caught my eye this week, which once again, beginning of the year, not really a lot of news going on per se. There's a few things here and there, so I will talk about those. And, whatever else, freaking caught my eye this week. Like I said, it wasn't really a lot. But first things first, we got an update on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, which isn't a reboot, but is indeed a continuation. So we actually got the title of said series. It will be called, what was it called? It is called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, New Sunnydale. So Sarah Michelle Gellar was on the Shut Up Evan podcast, and she said it's a continuation because where she is now in this world and what is the world that Buffy lives in with her and without her, kind of an exploration. So it's not a reboot. It's not picking up with all the same characters right away. It is not like a sequel reboot. I think it's just Sunnydale. That's why the name was more important to me, and Buffy New Sunnydale, like it's Buffy, but it's also something else. All right. She also said in the same interview why she decided to return to the role. She stated that she was also initially unimpressed by Chloe Zhao's passion until something in the pitch finally clicked with her. She said, "I have learned a very hard lesson in life. There's a reason why that saying is never say never. So I will eat my words. I'm okay with that. Like I learned my lesson. That is totally fair. I never saw how to do it. I never saw how and why it could be as good. I'm not trying to be better. I just want to hold up right. I want to hold and honor the memory of what we created. And I know sometimes the memory is conflicted for the people about how they're supposed to feel about it. But a lot of people put their blood, sweat, and tears into making what I think is an incredible, great show. And I'm incredibly proud of it. But Chloe Zhao came to me and not just her passion, because I've seen people with passion before, but I also knew how to go into the world. But she also knew how to go into the world. She knew what the world was and knew the why. And that was the first time I said, maybe I could possibly do this. And this went on for, 3 years now, probably. Of me and Chloe going back and forth saying I could do it and saying I can't. And I really enjoy spending the time to develop what it is and why it is. We're still working on the why and how. We live in a society where we want like binging. We want it now. And I know this seems like it's taken a long time, and it's because unless we are sure that is exactly what we set out to do and that makes sense to do it, we don't want to sully the legacy. So until I know it's perfect, then it will be out there. But I won't do it unless I know I could do that, if that makes sense. Sarah, none of that made sense at all. I'm like, huh? It's like sometimes like these articles that they take from podcasts, like they should just put the clip online, because sometimes when people talk, it doesn't translate well when it's being typed out. Because I was reading that, I was like, what the fuck is she trying to say? So like, I'm pretty sure it would sound a lot better coming from her mouth as opposed to mine reading what she said. But I am currently on my Buffy rewatch because one of the podcasts I listen to, shout out to House of R. Y'all can put me as a third member if you want to, because my last name is Reed. That's the whole thing. The host's last name are Robinson and Ruben. They're doing a Buffy rewatch. So they're on season 3 and I need to start season 2. I really just need to bite the bullet and just get my own Disney Plus account or Hulu or whatever, because like having to like log in every week and get a code from my friend is a bit of a hassle. Like last week, he was out with food poisoning or something. I was like, yo, man, I need the code. I need to watch Percy Jackson. Come on. He was like, man, I was asleep. Sorry. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for the Buffy reboot. Like I said, I never watched Buffy in real time, like from beginning to end. Like I would kind of tiptoe in and out of the series per se, because I don't think I was into the teen dramas as they called them back in the day like that. Like didn't watch Beverly Hills 90210, didn't watch Melrose Place Party of Five, Kind of got into Dawson's Creek because of the theme song. Shout out to Paula Cole, but I can never say like I consistently watch one of those shows from beginning to end until Smallville came along. And I think that was because, you know, when Smallville debuted, I was 15, so I was a freshman in high school, and I could relate to the parallels of Clark Kent, who was also a freshman in high school. So, like, if the Smallville universe was a real universe, I'm pretty sure Clark Kent would be on the cusp of being 40 by now, which I will be in the next 49 days, 48 by the time you guys listen to this. That depends if you listen and not watch, because YouTube blocked the last video, so I had to fight over that, because I really think Disney is starting to suppress any type of reaction to Wonder Man whatsoever, because they blocked my video because of the reaction trailer to that, but not the reaction trailer to Doomsday. And when you get blocked on YouTube, it will specifically show what you were blocked for. So it's like, why are y'all doing this? Y'all not really doing a good job of promoting this shit, and I'm giving you free fucking promotion, so you block my shit, but whatever. My next story is in regards to the DCU. And, you know, the people from the MCU who are allegedly being cast in roles for the Batman Part 2. So, apparently Scarlett Johansson has signed on to the movie. And as of this week, Sebastian Stan has joined as well. So, according to the Insider, you know how you guys know how I feel about fucking scoops. Jeff Schneider revealed that Sebastian Stan could be playing Harvey Dent. But once again, that's merely speculation at this point. Also, the rumor was that Scarlett Johansson might be playing, I cannot remember the character's name, but Batman's friend, former lover from the Mask of the Phantasm film, whose name I am looking up at the moment. Andrea Beaumont. So, because she's a redhead, Scarlett might be a redhead at the moment. I honestly don't remember what the hell Scarlett Johansson's natural hair color is. What is her natural hair color? I'm trying to think back to Lost in Translation. Was she a brunette? I can't remember. She's been a blonde, a brunette, a redhead. I feel like she shaved her head for a movie too, but I don't know. But I really hope Sebastian Stan isn't playing Harvey Dent, because we don't need any more Harvey Dent in live action for now. Like, we've had Billy D. Williams play Harvey Dent. We had Tommy Lee Jones get recast from Billy D. Williams to play Harvey Dent / Two-Face in Batman Forever. And Eckhart did it just under 2 decades ago in The Dark Knight. So can we take a break from Two-Face and like go to some more Batman's villains? Like I said before, like ever since I almost said James Gunn, Christopher Nolan did the Dark Knight trilogy, nobody wants to do any of those fantastical villains like Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy. We're getting a Clayface movie, so thank goodness for that. Maxie Zeus, Firefly. Like, Firefly could be a good villain. He's just literally a motherfucker who's an arsonist with a jetpack. We also got Ra's al Ghul, Bane, but yeah, but we got a shitty version of Bane. I want Santa Prisca, terrorist Bane with Venom, okay? But yeah, can we just like branch out besides some like the animated stuff? Hell, maybe he's playing Hush. I don't know. Hopefully the Batman 2 isn't Hush. Because that would need to be 2 movies, and you need the Joker for that. Like, you can't do Hush until like you have introduced like pretty much all of Batman's rogue gallery. So like that would be a movie like 6-7 years down the line, if like you consistently release a movie like every year, which ain't gonna happen. So let's just say 16. So like 8 movies. So like you would have to introduce. Well, we already got Riddler. We got Joker kind of, but we need Poison Ivy. We need Superman. So Hush would have to take place in the main DCU, if anything. We need a Catwoman for the main DCU. We need a Joker, because I was originally thinking of doing that in Matt Reeves' universe, but no. But yeah, there's a lot to go into that. All right, my next story is in regards to the Amazon Prime Video Tomb Raider series. So we got our full cast out of the way. So I told you guys like 2-3 weeks ago, Martin Bob Simple, he will be playing Zip, who is basically Laura's friend, who is the hacker who's in the Legend of Lara Croft series on Netflix. Bill Patterson. Who the hell is Bill Patterson? He's not even on this like sheet of characters. We'll be playing somebody named Winston, who is Laura's butler, who appeared in every incarnation of Tomb Raider. Jason Isaacs will be playing Laura's uncle, Atlas de Mornay. Sigourney Weaver, Jack Bannon, John Heffernan, Patterson Joseph, Sasha Luss, Juliette Motamed, Celia Emery, and August Weddingstein will be playing brand new characters. So apparently Sigourney Weaver will be playing Evelyn Wallace, who is a mysterious high-flying woman who is keen to exploit Laura's talents. Jack Bannon will be playing Jerry, who is Laura's personal pilot and snack collector. John Heffernan will be playing David, who is an entrusted government official who finds himself tangled up in Laura's unusual world. Patterson Joseph is Thomas Warner, who is a senior government official brought in to clean up an almighty mess. Sasha Luss is Sasha, real original in the name. Sasha is a fierce, deeply competitive adversary of Laura's. Juliette Motamed is Georgia, who is a devoted by the books curator at the British Museum dedicated to the proper preservation of history. And Cecilia Ermy is Francine, who is the head of the advancement of the British Museum, focused solely on raising funds and glasses and champagne. And August Weddingstein is Lucas, who is an illegal raider who shares history with Laura in more ways than one. So, no idea on when that show will be coming out. It's 2026 now. Maybe they can get it done by 2027, just in time for the release of Tomb Raider Catalyst, which was announced at the Game Awards, be coming out sometime next year. But who knows? I mean, I really wish Eidos didn't sell the Tomb Raider franchise to Amazon. And it's not because I have a problem with Amazon. It's just because the Square Enix games were so good. Like, you could have gotten like at least 6 games out of that franchise. Like the last one, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, that came out in like 2017, 2018, something like that. Let me look this up real quick, because like all 3 of those games were good. Yeah, 2018. And I don't know what happened, if it was just, low sales or what. Let's see what the sales were actually. Upon its release, Shadow of the Tomb Raider got a slow start to sales, attributed by Square Enix president Yoshiko Mashimura to the lack of originality compared to the other titles at the time. In the United States, the game was the 5th best-selling game of 2018. By the end of December 2018, the game had shipped 4.12 million units. While it saw lower sales than any other titles that year, Eidos Montreal was happy with the sales, as well as the critical reception, prompting them to produce DLC episodes. By the end of December 2021, it sold 8.9 million units. So yeah, it only won 5 awards. It won an award in 2018 for the Gamer's Choice Awards for Fan Favorite Female Voice Actor for Camilla Luddington. 2019, the National Academy of Video Game Trade Reviews Awards for use of sound in a franchise. And 3 awards in the 2019 Gang Awards for Best Original Soundtrack, Best Interactive Score, and Best Game Audio Publication, Presentation, or Broadcast. So, yeah, I mean, that is kind of low for, a long existing IP. But, I don't know, man. You can't please everybody. Like I said, I enjoyed all 3 of those games to the point where, once again, talking about when all my games got stolen, I rebought all those games. It's like I've ran them back at least twice. I think I ran them back like towards the beginning of the pandemic, because during the beginning of the pandemic, all I was playing was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, waiting for The Last of Us to come out. I don't really recall playing that many games in 2020. I really feel like pandemic brain really is a thing. Like, can you guys remember what you were doing in 2020? I remember working, grieving, starting this podcast, playing The Last of Us. I would like have to dead ass look at like my notes if I was even taking notes in 2020 to even get a refresher of what I was talking about and doing like maybe 2020, 2021. Like I remember like going to see Doolittle like at the beginning of the pandemic. I was seeing a nurse who ghosted me. Fuck you, Renee. We went to go see Birds of Prey to my reluctance. Walking her dog, taking a day off of work, like after she got attacked at some reggae festival at downtown West Palm. Like even around that time, like she was low key giving me shit because I was slowly getting back on my feet since my job at the end of 2019 let me go, Total Wine, because they decided to screw me over during season, saying that, oh, you know, nobody told you to come in during this time, so you were stealing time. No, you guys didn't put me on the schedule, so every single day I would have to ask the manager if it was okay for me to come in. And now they want to throw plausible deniability out there, but yeah, my car got repoed and everything. My friend moved to the UK, gave me a busted Jeep, and I bought a Toyota Yaris and had that for a year until 2021 when I got my Prius. But that's enough of rambling. But like I said, I don't really remember shit from 2020. But I did know one thing. I'm gonna take a break. Y'all can listen to this W ad. You know what to do. I actually just ordered some more Tiger's Blood and Galaxy Grenade. Don't worry, Loco. No tiger sound effect. But here's the ad. Be right back. This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix one packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to debbie.gg and use my promo code Angry Blerd 10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's debbie.gg with promo code Angry Blerd 10. Right back. Also, I met Loco in 2020, and you know, should I go into the story of how we met? Y'all know Chris, right? Chris has been on the podcast before. Me and Chris are very divisive when it comes to movies. He likes a lot of, he hates a lot of shit that I like. But we can agree that the 2021-2022 Mortal Kombat movie was straight up ass. So, yeah, we were at Chris's birthday, and I almost got in a fight with Loco because he said some shit, but he didn't know. So, you know, apologize. But we cool now. Shout out to Loco. 3 Shades will be making this dramatic return very, very fucking soon. Trailer reaction time. So I know I said I was going to stop these in 2026 probably, but after the bullshit that Disney pulled with the Wonder Man trailer, I think next week, you know what, January, after January, no more trailer reactions. I'm gonna just get the rest of this Doomsday shit off, which would be next week, which already got spoiled for me. Thanks, Chris. So yeah, I got a few trailer reactions. Let's go ahead and start with the big one, Avengers Doomsday. I already watched it, so this isn't really a genuine first trailer reaction. So let's just go ahead and get this shit over with, man. All right. So as we know, the X-Men are back. So let's go ahead and start this.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure.
Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, obviously.
Are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be?
It's funny how the whole X-Mansion is ruined, but yet that fucking wheelchair is clean. And Charles Xavier finally has an X-Men jacket. This was the best part. Cyclops ripping off the visor. I don't know if somebody died or what, but there's a sentinel walking behind him. So maybe this ain't the time to be grieving. You know, maybe it's time to, like, you know, get your shit together and, you know, do like Captain America said, walk it off. But yeah, 11 months from now, December, what, 18th again? I can't remember. Yeah, December 18th. So just in case you need a refresher on who from the X-Men franchises or who played a mutant is returning. So we got Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen. Is Patrick Stewart a knight? I think he is. Sir Patrick Stewart. James Marsden, Nightcrawler, aka Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine returning as Mystique, Kelsey Grammer returning as Beast, who we last saw in the Marvels post-credit scene, if you forgot, Gambit as Channing Tatum. Still no certainty on if Wolverine, Storm, or Jean Grey are in this movie. Famke Janssen has been very tight-lipped about being in the movie. I think she pulled an Andrew Garfield. Was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I ain't in Doomsday. Who said something about Doomsday, bitch? You talking Superman? But yeah, December 18th. Like I said, still on the fence about this movie because of, you know, nostalgia bait at this point, but what are you gonna do? Also, so my next trailer is a movie that stars Zazie Beetz. It's called They Will Kill You, where she plays a housekeeper ready to clean up with violence, and it's basically an action comedy horror movie. All right, and this is directed by Kirill Sokolov, who did a movie called Why Won't You Just Die, who co-wrote it with Alex Litvak. So yeah, the film stars Zazie Beetz as a housekeeper for the Virgil, one of New York's most exclusive high-rise apartments. The reason for its exclusivity is home to a demonic cult that's been kidnapping people to use for monthly sacrifices. When she makes a connection between the missing people and the Virgil's occupants and finds out that she's next on their list of sacrifices, they decide to get rid of her, but she's more prepared than they think. And now she's got to find a way to, she's got to survive by fighting her way out of the twisted complex and put an end to what they're doing, possibly with the business end of a flaming axe. So let's check this one out. God damn it. All right. I got to sign into YouTube, unfortunately, because it is an age-restricted video. All right. Let's go ahead and YouTube this bitch. I'm an adult. Yes, I understand what you perceive. God damn, my birthday's on the page. Oh, that's why, because it's the Red Band trailer. All right.
The Virgil was built in 1923. Today, it's one of the most exclusive buildings in Manhattan.
It's given Continental from John Wick.
Hi, I'm the new maid.
With such wealth comes the expectation of the highest quality of service.
It's a lot of lux.
Okay, I thought that was Tom Felton.
This building is a temple to Satan. Each month we must pay with a human sacrifice. Tonight, you are the offering.
Bitch!
Gotcha.
Oh, Andy Muschietti is producing this. Okay, she came up there with a sawed-off shotgun. Okay, that is Heather Graham. Oh, she chopped off his fucking ankle.
You little shit!
Kill the kid. Kill the kid. Okay, punching him in the face is good. Oh.
There has to be a way out of here.
The building was designed to be a death trap.
Oh. Okay, so the flaming axe here is the thing in the movie.
Our offering is on the loose. Be on the lookout. I just dropped her picture in the group chat.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, bitch. Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Oh,
I don't know what is
what the
going
fuck
on.
was that?
But Ray, I am in a forgiving mood.
Well, nice to know Heather Graham dies.
The fuck are you?
I'm the maid. Okay, Patricia Arquette. So are the rest of the cleaning crew on it? Are they? Yeah, they are in on it. Okay, this actually looks good.
Fight like that.
Prison.
Okay, she got a backstory of March 27th. I would definitely be reviewing this. Hopefully, it actually gets a full release. It's Warner Brothers, so that's a good thing. But sometimes, these studios, they're like, oh no, we're just going to do an independent release on it. So hopefully, like I said, we get a full release on that. So the next one is The Wrecking Crew. This is a movie. Oh, here we go. The Wrecking Crew stars Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa. Follows two brothers after 20 years of bad blood must work together to unravel the conspiracy behind their father's murder. And this is going straight to Prime. This will be out at the end of the month on January 28th. Let's check this one out.
This doesn't
That's
happen
Stephen Root.
every day.
What's this?
I can't have two guys who look like they eat steroid pancakes for breakfast.
I mean, Batista's not even that big anymore.
Detective, that is uncalled for. Are you gaslighting us?
You want to tell me why the Yakuza want you dead?
Oh, okay. The Yakuza's okay.
You have to ask them. Yakuza? That's who that was? You blew up my car.
I blew up their car and then it landed on yours.
No, I did love your car.
You just stir up trouble. That's what you do.
That's what I do because I'm a cop.
Not here, you're not. Our father was murdered. Was it hit and run? I don't think so. Whoa. They tried to kill me. Sword fight.
Really?
This should be fun. Yeah, I'm pumped.
This taking place in Hawaii? I know it's a Pacific Island. I just want to know which one.
You'll end up poking a bear that doesn't want to be poked.
Take my word for it when I tell you that I'm the bear.
Momoa. Ooh, cheese grater to the arm. Fuck that. Batista.
Ninjas on bikes.
That's talking more shooting.
Ooh, bitch.
You got old.
So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
That Jacob battle on?
That's not what happened.
Surprised me at all.
Literally what happened.
Hey, Marina Baccarin. Oh yeah, that is Jacob, aka Ned from the Spider-Man and Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. It's a minivan. It doesn't go. It's not meant to go fast. Oh, now you want to put on your seatbelts.
Okay, split up. You guys look like The Rock screwed himself and had twins.
Looks good. Rated R. Hopefully, it's entertaining because Momoa's movies, they can be a toss-up. Conan the Barbarian, Bullet to the Head, Aquaman. More the second one than the first one. Like the first one was enjoyable, but the second one not so much per se. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Hopefully it's good and I remember to watch it so then I can review it. Alrighty. Now, why won't you let me download the fucking video? Is it because my VPN is on? Is that it? No, that's my VPN still on. Let me turn that off. All right, whatever. I'll figure it out later. All right, next trailer is a movie called Whistle. Stars Daphne Keane and Sophia Nalise. So this is a horror film that follows a group of students who find a Aztec death whistle and discover that the sound it emits will summon their future deaths to haunt them. So just based off of that trailer, it sounds good. But the problem is it's an IFC movie and they don't really like show those like in my area. I would have to go down to Miami to watch it. That's the reason why I didn't review Queens of the Dead. So let's check this out.
We will have grief counselors available if any student needs someone to talk to.
Who died? That's the question. And what the fuck is up with that guy in the crowd? He tweaking? Or is that her?
You the new girl?
Death lives.
Is that a part? No.
Can you try?
Oh, Simon Pegg's in this as well.
To talk. It can also mean to
Summon the
I mean,
dead.
not Simon Pegg, Nick Frost.
Go for it, babe. I dare you.
Okay, I'm gonna call Cap right now. A black dude ain't gonna tell nobody to fuck with a death whistle.
Listen, you guys hear that?
And that dude looks familiar. No holds barred horror.
The day you are born, so is your death.
Yeah, that lady looks like she wants the gun.
Hear the whistle scream. Dying is not a choice.
Really, dying is not a choice. I mean, depends on some people. What the fuck?
We were told the markings said, summon the dead.
The markings read, summon your death.
Yeah, see? Fucked up.
Our future death is hunting us. We need to find a way to stop it.
Yeah,
Death is
can't stop once it starts. Can't stop, won't stop.
I'm not letting it get you.
We are running out of time.
Your death is coming. Can you hear it?
What if I don't want to die?
Then you should.
Well, shouldn't have blown the whistle. Whistle. All right, so this comes out February 6th. Like I said, this looks good. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. Like I just said, I hope it shows in an area near me because I'm not driving to Miami to go to a movie. All right. I think that was it for trailers. Yeah, that was it for trailers. All those movies look good. Like I said, I'm sick and tired of the Avengers teasers. I would have preferred like just a full 2-minute trailer, but you know, they're trying to get the audience back, you know, due to, you know, Disney oversaturating Kevin Feige and having them do like 58 million things at once. No, we need this for the streaming platform. We need this for the streaming platform. Blase, blase, blah. All right. So I'm going to talk about Stranger Things and the Duffer Brothers real quick. And then, not really real quick, but, you know, talk about it for a good minute. So we got some info on the spinoff that they're working on. So it will not take place in Hawkins. Nobody will be returning. So a lot of people thought this spinoff was going to be around Joyce and Hopper. Nope. Set in a different decade. So, and it doesn't involve the Upside Down at all. But it does involve the rock that basically connected Henry to the Mind Flayer. And that will play some sort of role in it. I mean, we don't know what happened to the rock after Henry touched it. We know like the goop went in the bullet hole in his hand. If there was some residual bullet residue or whatever, we will find out. But I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about that overall. I would prefer to go forward to the 90s as opposed to going back to the 50s, I believe it is. Early 50s. So I guess we'll see whenever, you know, we get a look at that because they're not running the show since they are leaving Netflix to go to Paramount. They would just be executive producers, I guess, in title only. And like, you know, maybe they'll have a little bit of creative input, but I don't know. All right. But, you know, everybody was upset about episode 8 of the series of season 5, the finale, to the point where, you know, Conformity Gate started trending and everyone was like, oh, there's a secret episode dropping on the, on whatever fucking day it was this week. And like some idiot was on Twitter posting a screenshot of the Stranger Things TikTok page, like, wait, volume 3? It's like, no, volume 3 was the last episode. They split it into 3 parts. You know that it was split into 3 parts. So why would they, if they said volume 4, that would be one thing. But we are getting a documentary sometime, I believe it's next week. But the Duffer Brothers, they were on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast talking about everything. And, you know, they talked about the spinoff, like I said. Matt said the only way it would work is if we had a really long time until our cast is old enough to have kids that are probably 12 years old. That's the only version that could possibly work into a spinoff continuing from where season 5 left off. And Ross said, I think ultimately it would just take away from this story. And with this ending, with the 11 we have, leaving it up to the audience, any direction that you go, you steal the power from that. So there are no plans for a sequel on that series. And as in regards to everything that happened with the finale, you know, all the questions that were given and asked and whatnot, and they kind of went on a, an AMA type of situation, like ask me anything. And they said that, Matt said, I really shouldn't have done any of those post-mortem interviews. I'm not in a good place. Like, why the hell did any of them, why the hell did we did any of them yesterday is beyond me. I'm like fried. I'm getting over the flu. So anyone mad at any answers we gave you yesterday, just give me a break, cut me some slack. So hopefully the documentary that will be dropping on the 12th will give you a glimpse of some of like the answers that you wanted. Like I said, people just asking dumb questions like, oh, what happened to the military? You know, did Dr. K lose her ranking and whatnot? It's like, does that really matter? Because, you know, we've had TV shows and movies where, you know, we don't really see the aftermath of the second big bad per se. You know, getting any ramifications and whatnot. But hopefully, you know, we get our answers for that. Also, a bit of news in regards to the Stranger Things finale. CM Punk actually just saw this clip on Instagram earlier this day when I was doom scrolling, trying to reluctantly talk about this, trying to find stories. So he was on My Mom's Basement with Robbie Fox, and he was talking about the parallels between the Stranger Things and wrestling fandoms. And, you know, he was just basically talking about like how, you know, people want to write the story because they don't like the outcome, which, you know, I think I talked about last week. I kind of brought up here because, like I said, when John Cena tapped out in his final match, it went over a lot of people's heads because they're like, his whole thing is never give up. Why the fuck did he tap out? He's retiring. So he technically is giving up. And people didn't like that. Like to the point where when Triple H came out, he got booed. Gunther, the guy who made him tap, they had to give him extra security. Because I guess what they're doing with Gunther is they're trying to put him in that legend killer position that Randy Orton was in like 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, about 10, 15 years ago when, you know, he would wrestle like the older guys and like they would be like his, he would be like their final matches. Like I think he did it with Ric Flair. I think he did it with Shawn Michaels, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember who all he did it with, but he got the nickname the Legend Killer. So Cena's gone. They're talking about maybe he's going to wrestle Brock Lesnar and Brock's going to retire like this year. AJ Styles, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm just going to post a clip here about Punk talking about it because I 100% agree with him.
Not a horror movie, but damn, is that an excellent film. They Live. What a genius.
I know. People talk about a They Live reboot with you, right?
Do they?
I feel like online people have remade the poster with you, and because you pay tribute to Roddy a lot.
I feel like it would be absolute sacrilege, but also like, how could I turn that down?
Yeah, I mean, as someone that grew up with Roddy Piper as your hero.
There's rumors, talk of like a Blumhouse Carpenter collab for A Thing 2.
Oh.
And I don't know if I'm making that up or
You
if I'm
plead the
just
fifth on the
kinda-
Thing reboot as well?
Yes.
Do you like any horror reboots? Are there any big reboots that you're like, they nailed it?
You know, did you watch Stranger Things?
Yes. I was a big fan of Stranger Things. We
You're a
covered
big
it on my
fan.
show, yeah.
Okay. Did you like the finale?
I actually did. I did. I was very satisfied
Interesting.
at the end.
I don't know if this is just like a stan culture thing or if I've just like aged out of I certainly don't understand. I see it in wrestling. I see it with fandoms with like Stranger Things and all that stuff. Like people just seem to want to be angry about everything because it didn't happen the way they fantasy booked it in their head. And I don't, to me, that's a slight mental illness.
Oh, brother, you're preaching to the choir on this.
Like, you know, like, hey, I bought tickets to go to this wrestling show, and then I look on Twitter and wrestling journalist 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reports that there's going to be a big surprise guest, and I go to this show and there's no big surprise guest, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time complaining about that online, and it's just like, well, you weren't promised a big surprise guest. Somebody that probably knows less about what they're talking about than you do and is just a fan just like you made some shit up on the internet and passed it off as a journalism, and you're getting mad at that. Like, I see the same thing with the Stranger Things fandom.
It's
like,
crazy right now.
People just straight up mad about the way it ended, and I thought the 45-minute epilogue, I was like, now mind you, I'm not a feverish Stranger Things fan. I've watched the entire show. Hard to remember what has happened because they spend way too much time in between seasons, which I feel is a valid criticism.
Yeah, it is.
But I thought it was so poetic the way they wrapped it up. Like, at the heart of the movie, it's a nostalgia bomb, but it's about these kids that are bonding over playing Dungeons and Dragons. They're the outcasts, so they find each other, and there's a sci-fi element to it. And the way they wrapped it up was just like a dungeon master would wrap something up, you know, almost like Choose Your Own Adventure. Do you like? And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the end of the show, like, maybe stop watching this interview. But did Eleven die?
Like the
did she live?
Ambiguity.
Yeah. It's really, it's kind of up to you, just like Dungeons and Dragons.
And I think that was a bold choice for them too. For a
I
show
thought
they know
it was
families are watching and kids are watching.
I thought it was so beautiful,
really beautiful.
And it really depends on you, because you can be like, yeah, she sacrificed herself to save her friends, to make sure this never happens again. She's a hero. She's dead. Or, yeah, man, you know what? She's still alive.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. Like, I thought that was great. I was super happy about it, but people have their opinions. It's just like the John Cena Gunther finish. I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Whereas some people, maybe I don't think you understand what you're watching.
Oh, yeah.
But if you didn't like it, I can also understand that. But to overnight make it your entire personality and spend an unhealthy amount of time talking about it, put it this way: if John won, they'd be mad about that too, but we wouldn't be talking about it anymore. And we're still talking about that finish.
Interesting.
The smile, the tap. Oh my God, the guy who said, "Don't give up," just gave up.
I was
did
one
he?
of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of everybody's an expert.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't the way I would have like done it, but again, like you said, I wasn't. It wasn't like they ruined my childhood.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine for a second if Twitter was around when Empire Strikes Back came out?
It'd be The Last Jedi.
I remember watching that movie when I was a kid, and I was just like, "This movie is amazing."
Yeah.
Boba Fett is super cool. But they cut Luke's hand off. They freeze Han in carbonite. Vader's his father. Like the rebels are getting their asses handed to him, and I never once in my fandom was like, "Fuck you, George Lucas! How could you do this? Luke wouldn't do that." Look, Jesus Christ! Just sometimes it's okay to be a fan, and it's okay to enjoy things, and it's okay to not enjoy things too. But the way people just grandstand about it is it's a little mental to me.
So no reboots you like?
I don't know. Name a good one. You know, like I just don't think some things need to.
The Thing reboot was that bad. I thought like at least they did a different take on it. They didn't just try to do it. You know, they tried to do a little prequel type thing.
I hated that they all spoke English.
Yeah, that's a valid criticism.
So yeah, I mean, they intentionally left it open for your interpretation, and a lot of people don't like that. I know the one thing I had a problem with that left it open-ended was Inception. Because I was like, is the motherfucker still in a dream or not? You make up your ending. And that's usually what, D&D is about. And I think Punk said it like very eloquently, like, this is meant to be an open-ended story. If you want to believe 11 is alive, she's alive. If you want to believe 11 is dead and gone, she gone. So, up to you. All right. I got an update on a game that has possibly been in the works for like, I don't even know how many years. And that, the hell? All right. It's the Division 3, which I didn't even know was a thing. I figured like, might have been done by now. Like, the Division 2 came out in 2019. So what, 7 years since that one? And I need to tell Jared, bro, if we don't beat this game by March, I'm just doing it on my own. Julian Garrity, who is the executive producer of the Division franchise, was at the New Game Plus showcase and said, the Division 3 is in production. It's not a secret. It's been announced. It's shaping up to be a monster. I can't really say anything more about that, but this is within the walls and within the walls of Massive. We're working extremely hard on something I think will be as big an impact as Division was. So hopefully, this game is good, and I might just have to play this one on my own because this co-op shit with friends who got families and shit, this like I really can't do this shit. Like, bro, I mean, I had the game in 2019. It got stolen. I got it replaced. I pay for PlayStation Plus anyway, so it don't really affect my wallet like that. But Jared is one of those people who don't want to do it annual because commitment issues or whatever. So he's paying like $10 a month to play PlayStation Plus, and we probably play only like once a month. Like I think we played a little bit like 2 weeks ago or something like that. It was basically at the end of 2025. Haven't touched it since then. And I tried to play with him last week. That's when he wasn't feeling good. I tried to play with him last night. He was out. So I'm going to hit him up today when I'm done recording, find out what's what. Be like, yo, are we getting on the Division? And if he says something like that, I'm like, yo, man, letting you know right now. If we don't beat this game by March, like March 15th is the deadline, I'm going to just play it on my own because I can't wait for you, honestly, bro. Hold on 1 second. Samir texted me about something. Apparently, Julia Strain passed away from the age of 58. At the age of 58. She provided the voice and likeness of Julie, who was the main character in Heavy Metal 2000. She also appeared in the films Out of Justice, Cuffs, Witchcraft 4, The Virgin Heart, Psycho Cat Returns, The Unnameable 2, Love Bites, The Dallas Connection, Fit to Kill, Sorceress 2, The Temptress, Naked Gun 33 and a half, The Final Insult, The Bear Winch Project, and How to Make a Monster. I'm gonna look to see like if there was a cause of death. Like this was posted about 8 hours ago, so I don't know when she passed exactly. So let me look this up real quick. January 10th, so she passed away today. Yeah, no cause of death was given as of the time of this recording. Also, the actress who played Miss Man, whose name I cannot remember at the moment. Let me look this up real quick. Jackie Trcka passed away. She was a bodybuilder. Like a lot of people mainly know her for playing Miss Man in the Scary Movie franchise. In the first one, on January 5th. Yeah, no cause of death was given. I'm sorry, she actually passed away December 12th. Yeah. Everybody actually thought she was a man. No, just a bodybuilder. Don't know if she took any like PED, so I don't know if she was on testosterone or anything. But yeah, got to give a rest in peace to those two. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you put your phone on Do Not Disturb. I meant to do something else, and then suddenly I have messages. All right, let me go ahead and get into this next story. Tangled is getting a live action movie, although it was supposed to be dead due to the failure of Snow White. But due to the success of Lilo and Stitch, Disney's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just bring that back. So we got some casting for this movie. Flynn Rider and Rapunzel will be played by Milo Manheim, who's from the Disney original movies Zombies, and Tegan Croft, who played Raven on Titans. And Mother Gothel, is that her name? Mother Gothel will be played by none other than Catherine Hahn, who we all know from Agatha All Along, Step Brothers. What was that one show where she played a teacher? Bad Moms. Was it Miss Fletcher? I want to say. Is it Miss Fletcher? I need to look this up now. Yes, Mrs. Fletcher. Yeah. The Shrink Next Door, so on and so forth. So yeah, I have no interest in the live action Disney movies, as you guys know, but just wanted to let you know. Also, next story is Jack Black talking on regrets, and he was doing an interview on Capitol Breakfast Christmas Day show to promote Anaconda, and he said the one role he regretted turning down was none other than Syndrome's for The Incredibles. He admitted that he shouldn't have been so difficult and just accepted the part. He said, I was offered, and I do regret saying no, but I was offered Syndrome in that fantastic movie, The Incredibles. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way. And I said no because I was like, Brad Bird, never heard of him. The character you're offering me is a villain, but he's kind of one-dimensional. I'm interested, but I'd like to see a rewrite. Will you add some dimensions to this character? And he was like, you know what? You're done. Get out of here. So I've only heard like a director ever say that was James Gunn, but he wasn't talking to an actor. He was talking to like, the head of the studio. So yeah, I mean, I get it. Because I don't know like what pages he saw of like the Syndrome dialogue, or even if Brad Bird, might have taken some of that information and, did the backstory about, Syndrome, trying to be Mr. Incredible's sidekick, like at the beginning of, the prologue, before, when you see like superheroes getting banned and him and Mrs. Incredible getting married and whatnot. So I don't know. I mean, but somebody's probably going to AI dub Jack Black's voice doing Syndrome. And as much as I hate AI, I would like to see that. I can't lie. So somebody's going to do that. And, if they do it, I'll post it on the socials. All right, so I got comic previews for books that are coming out in March, which isn't really a lot. So this would be like maybe all of 5 minutes. Just in time, not really just in time, but 2 months after the show wraps up, we are getting a new Wonder Man series, and this is written by Gary Dugan. Illustrated by Mark Guggenheim. When the hell did Mark Guggenheim? Whoever's doing these previews, they should be shot out of a cannon into the sun. So, synopsis is lights, camera, superhero action. Simon Williams has had his ups and downs from being manipulated into villainy by the Enchantress to being one of the brightest stars in the Avengers. But just like Hollywood, no matter how the lows, Simon keeps fighting the good fight. But what happens when the past finally catches up with him? Enter Randolph Chancellor, Simon's former cellmate. A true love letter to LA, as well as the legend as well as the history of Wonder Man. Legendary artist Mark Buckingham joins Marvel's mainstay, Gary Guggenheim. So Mark Buckingham will be drawing this, not Mark Guggenheim, because Mark Guggenheim is a writer. That's why I was like, wait, what the hell? And this will be coming out on March 18th. It is $4.99. Did they put the page count on here? They did not. But I'm guessing it's 32 pages, which is the standard. All right. Iceman Omega. This is, I guess, a one-shot. It's a one-shot because it's $6.99. Written and drawn by Luciano Vecchio. It says, the abdominal Iceman, Bobby Drake, is ready to reach his true Omega potential, from coming out to helping terraform the entire planet of Mars. Bobby's had a big year and is only up from here. You don't want to miss this below. Oh God. You don't want to miss this beloved 4-part Infinity comic now for the first time in print. So this was a digital first, and I hate the Infinity comics because in the Infinity comics, they just basically milk a one-shot for like months on end by just posting individual panels as opposed to a page in their books. Like DC did this about 10 years ago, and I bought like maybe 3 of them. It was I bought them in print. So it was like the first volume of Smallville, season 11. I think it was called season 0 of The Flash, and like season like 2.5 of Arrow or something like that. But I sold the 7th season. I read them digitally at first. No, it was Injustice. That's what it was. It wasn't Arrow and The Flash. It was just, I bought like 2 volumes of Injustice. So they would like do like individual panels as like pages, and it just took forever to read. So like for like every like, let's say 8 issues per se that they would release, because they would release these like on a weekly basis, that would be 1 fucking issue in print. And it was just dumb. So yeah, the X-Men comic, $6.99, comes out March 4th. All right. Imperial Gardens, written by Dan Abnett. Did I meet Dan? No, I met Andy Lanning. I really want to know why they don't work together anymore. Were art by Marcelo Ferreira. So this says, Gamora, Captain Marvel, Amadeus Cho, Darkheart, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. 5 unlikely operatives recruited by Maximus of the Inhumans. Their mission, protect the delicate balance of the new galactic union by any means necessary, and failure is not an option. Expendable, deniable, and disavowed, they are the Imperial Guardians. But can they do Maximus's dirty work and keep their consciences clean? Why has the Kree Grand Admiral gone rogue and attacked Hala? What's going on with Darkhawk's mind? What deluded fool thought Cosmic Ghost Rider was a team player? And most importantly, what kind of game is Maximus really playing? $4.99, comes out March 11th. All right. Sentry is getting a book from his co-creator, writer Paul Jenkins, with art by Christian Rosado. So it says he has been an Avenger, a Dark Avenger, and a Thunderbolt. When the fuck was the Sentry a Thunderbolt? Anyway, the Sentry is back, but so is the Void. From creator Paul Jenkins comes a bold, high-stakes take about Marvel's most dangerous superhero, the Sentry, the man with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, and the dark entity born from his own psyche, the Void. When the Void resurfaces, threatening to unravel reality itself, the Sentry must battle not only cosmic forces and criminal empires, but the monster within. Guest starring Reed Richards, Spider-Man, and the Kingpin in a tale of impossible choices and devastating consequences. Can the Sentry save everything when the cost might be everything he loves? $4.99, comes out March 18th. Web of Venom. Written by Jordan Morris, art by To Be Determined. I hate when they do stuff like this. It's trying to be funny, but it's not. The ever newer Venom. There's an even newer symbiote wearing hero on the scene, sporting a red and blue Spidey-inspired look from the streets of Earth 616, but it's not Mary Jane Watson and it's not Eddie Parker. Who? What the fuck? So is Eddie Parker coming over to the 616 because, oh God. But it is someone that Peter Parker knows well. Someone both he and Spider-Man have had many encounters with. Someone looking to use their new web-slinging identity to make their much-deserved comeback. The saga of the new fan favorite red and blue alien costume takes a whole new turn, kicking a classic character in a whole new direction they have no intention of giving up. This is $5.99. Cones on sale April 8th. Why is it in March solicits? All right. Coffee table book. This is the DC Encyclopedia New Edition. So this is basically everything that's been updated in the past, like maybe 10 years of DC universe. And I believe they release these like every 7 to 8 years or something like that. So it says, written by DC experts, the fifth and latest edition of the comprehensive DC Encyclopedia includes more than 1,000 superheroes and supervillains, include Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. The fifth edition of the highly celebrated DC Encyclopedia contains over 1,000 entries for DC's eclectic cast of superheroes and villains, as well as features for major events from the comics, exclusive cover artwork created by renowned Dark Crisis and Wonder Woman artist Daniel Sampari, as well as fresh new character artworks on expanded entries, the ultimate gift for DC and superhero fans looking for an official and up-to-date reference book for the influential franchise. $50 goes on sale March 3rd. Might get that, like I said, nice coffee table books. This is just DC, like I said, not really a lot. Lobo is going to be written by Scotty Young with art and cover by Jorge Corona. 32 pages, $3.99. This goes on sale March 4th. The main man is back, baby, and his ride is a motorcycle that moves at the speed of sound, but only if that sound is a ripping guitar solo, and you better hop on before he leaves you in the dust and all the pastiches he's fragged for money or convenience. The Eisner-nominated creative team that brought you the fantastic parable of adolescence in the Midwest, the story of an artist who embraces darkness a little too closely, and the tale of a gunslinger with too much grit to stay buried, brings you a classic yarn spun in the star-kissed threads of the cosmic DC universe. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the art style. Probably buy the first issue and that's it. All right. Same thing with this book. Batwoman, written by acclaimed Batwoman writer Greg Rucka with art by Danny. Just one name. Batwoman, daughter, sister, soldier, hero. But since she was 10 years old, Kit Kane has lived in the shadow of a prophecy and the machinations of a religion devoted to the end of all things. How do you fight the devil when the devil is real, and how do you win? 32 pages, $3.99, March 11th. I guess I'm going to have to go and read the original Greg Rucka run of Batwoman with J.H. Williams on the art, because I think he's picking up where he left off like 6-7 years ago. All right. So I already told you guys about this one. DC Marvel, Superman Spider-Man. Written by Mark Waid, Tom King, Matt Fraction, Sean Murphy, Gail Simone, Christopher Priest, Greg Rucka, and Jeff Lemire. With art by Jorge Jimenez, Jim Lee, Steve Lieber, Sean Murphy, Balin Ortega, Daniel Sampari, Nicola Scott, and Rafa Sandoval. Jim Lee really needs to stop doing interiors if he can't get Hush 2 done. Don't be doing extra shit, bro. Why are you doing this? Hush 2 is only on part 5 of 12, and you're the reason it's being held up. So it says, I'm sorry, just 72 pages, $7.99 goes on sale on March 25th. Says, the last son of Krypton meets your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. When journalists Clark Kent and Peter Parker found themselves chasing the same story, the conspiracy they uncovered could change the world, especially if Brainiac and Dr. Octopus have anything to say about it, and we bet they do. Good thing our intrepid newshounds are secretly Superman and the Amazing Spider-Man, brought to you by legendary storytellers Mark Waid and Jorge Jimenez. And don't miss these bonus stories. Tom King and Jim Lee tell a tale of Lois Lane and Mary Jane Watson. Matt Fraction and Steve Lieber revisit Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen and Carnage. What the fuck? Sean Murphy, meanwhile, takes us to the future with Superboy in Spider-Man 2099. Gail Simone teams up with Balin Ortega for a look at what happens when Power Girl meets Punisher. Christopher Priest and Daniel Sampari shows us a time when Superboy Prime, who reads comics, decided to visit Spider-Man right after he got the black suit. Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott take us on an exciting race between the Daily Planet and the Daily Bugle. Plus, we finally get the answer to the age-old question, who would win in a fair fight, Pa Kent or Uncle Ben? Just kidding. Those guys are too nice to fight each other, but Jeff Lemire and Rafa Sandoval take us deep into a past to see the two men bond in the face of adversity. I was going to say, they really about to have Jonathan Kent and Uncle Ben fight. And I don't know, Loco's going to make a joke about, Jonathan Kent's the one who shot Uncle Ben. All right, so yeah, that's it for previews. So let me go ahead and get ready to wrap up this episode by talking about episode 6. Oh, let me cue up the spoiler alert, by the way. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Can't remember the name of the episode. I believe it's called No One Gets the Fleece. I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, Nobody Gets the Fleece, directed by Katronia McKenzie, written by Albert Kim. So, we finally found out what happens to Tyson after the Ironclad got destroyed. He sank into the sea and he was rescued by a hippocampus. So meanwhile, in the present, we get Percy dreaming of Thalia destroying Kent before he and Annabeth decide to come up with a plan to get past Polyphemus. So they disguise themselves as his sheep. Luke sends Annabeth a message warning her about Polyphemus, and he finds out that, they're on the island where he teleports. Percy ties a rope to a tree to descend into the cave to rescue Glover and Clarice, but he is trapped by Polyphemus, and Annabeth actually finds out that the fleece that they saw in the tree is a fake. And she decides to fuck with Polyphemus by wearing her invisible cap. Poly fucks around and, pisses him off about, the whole thing with Odysseus blinding him. If you know that story, if not, go read the Odyssey. Grover finds the real fleece, and Polyphemus, returns to the cave, and Annabeth gets knocked out by him. Tyson arrives, fights Polyphemus, knocks him off of a cliff. Luke finds Annabeth on the verge of death, tells Percy and everybody to give him the fleece, but Clarice doesn't want to, but they give it to him anyway. He takes Annabeth and leaves. Tyson shows up, removes the boulder that was trapping Percy, Clarice, and Grover in the cave. But by the time they get out, Luke is gone with Annabeth on his ship, and they're trying to figure out how to get to him, but Tyson summons 4 hippocampi to rescue Annabeth and get the fleece. Very good episode. Like I said, these episodes are a little short, and we just need some consistency in the runtime, but I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I was like, oh no, I know they didn't kill Annabeth, because she's supposed to be like a character throughout all the books. And like I said, I never read the books. It's that generation after me's Harry Potter. So y'all can enjoy the books. I'll just watch the show. Okay? Thoroughly enjoyed the episode. I really got no complaints about it. Besides, I really wish the runtime was a little bit longer. I didn't know Tyson could speak Cyclops. If that's the language, I don't know if it's a monster language or what, but I didn't know he was that strong. He took down a full-grown Cyclops and threw that motherfucker off a cliff. But yeah, Tyson is the GOAT of this episode. I got no more talking, guys. That was another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Go to w.gg, use the promo code AngryBlerd10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. If you guys don't want to use that one, you can use the code TRY40. I don't remember how long is active, but you will save 40% on your order. So yeah, that's it, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Okay, peace.